going to be designed so that it can have sustainable uses, whether it's solar panels or recyclable water. I mean, I don't know if there's a part where you can recycle, gray water to just water the lawn rather than use municipal water from East Bay Mud to cut down on those kind of utility costs.
Yeah, the board has a policy that all new buildings have to meet LEED. I don't know if you know the LEED standard. The LEED standard, they're shooting for LEED Gold for all new buildings. It's what they're shooting for as part of the standard here. And LEED Silver, I think, is the base standard that they're shooting for across the board. So yes, and all those things are going to have to be incorporated. In order to get to a LEED Silver, you're going to have to use solar, you have to use gray water, you have to use all the board they've already shifted to waterless urinals, which is being tried out currently in several buildings. And that is the new standard that's going across. So all that sustainability is going to be a major component of every new building, and all the modernization actually is going on in all the buildings as well, not just new buildings.
Yeah, what is going on is we're going to be planning to build a chiller plant over here in the college, and this is supposed to be able to hook up to any new building that comes into place, so that you'll be able to save on energy. That is a major part of what the department is working on right now, such that you don't have DX units that are placed all over the area. What I mean by that is, because space utilization changes from time to time, you have this area now, you have vents and air. Now, if you have a wall at the middle, some areas are going to be cut off. Then this area is hot, the other place is cold, and you say, okay, put another air conditioner on top of the building to serve that area. So it doesn't work well. So we want to make central air conditioning, have a chiller plant in the campus. Now we're also working with East Bay Mud. Around Hellenic College right now, they have finished the first phase of their project. They're going to be doing the same thing in Alameda to have this gray water that you can be able to use for irrigation, and that is less expensive. For us also to be able to utilize that in terms of sustainability. So for any new project that is being done, it's being done to have sustainability in mind in terms of solid waste, energy efficiency, and water use. Yes?
What about smart classrooms? Will all the classrooms be smart?
Yes, yes. As a matter of fact, we're going to be going to the board to formally approve what the committee has come up with in terms of smart classrooms. We have visited Footy, the Ezra College, to see what programs they have there. We also went to Oloni Center over in Newark to see what the situation there is. And a lot of faculty here have also visited those facilities. So there is a committee that is set up as part of educational technology group that is meeting to determine what the level of smart classrooms is going to be. As a matter of fact, WLC has assisted in that effort to help develop criteria for the new smart classrooms, and it encompasses everything from audio, visual, and all of that.
Good. Since the technology is advancing so rapidly,
yes,
are we also looking at projections in terms of what the technology needs may be in the future, say 10 years out or what have you? I don't know how we can do it, but you put something in and it's almost
obsolete.
Obsolete. Or So how can you? I don't know how you can accommodate that, but that's one of the big problems with technology.
Yeah, we're taking that into consideration. We're taking that into consideration such that if you are in a classroom and you have an audiovisual unit that was supposed to point it to one board, we want to look at, why don't you have the one that can turn around and look at this side or the other side? Depends on whatever seating arrangement and configuration you have for the classroom. So we're looking at all of that and how you can be able to build the backbone that you can use to deliver future technology.
Aren't there some Silicon Valley or some technologists involved with looking at future technological developments like at MIT or Cal Poly, where you can kind of get some ideas about where the future is going in terms of technology?
We've actually been to quite a few conferences as of late that they've talked about that in terms of really the new delivery methods for education, particularly at the college level. At some of the major universities, they're looking at, they're delivering their classes on YouTube. They're delivering their classes through Facebook, and they're actually where the students actually aren't going to class, The students are actually they're doing the lectures, and we saw that when we went to Alameda. They have rooms where the professor go in and does the lecture to nobody. it's filmed, and then it's just broadcast. And then the students, when they come to class, they've already seen the lecture because they watched it on their phone. They watch the lecture, they listen to it on their phone at home or in their bed or wherever it is, and they come to class just to have discussion. And those who don't have the technology to deal with it, then they're in another portion of the room where a screen is set up where they're actually watching the lecture while it's going on. And so there have been many different methodologies that are actually being discussed now, out there now, and some are being actually utilized at some of those universities. So well, if you look at that, and one of the things to answer your question is, you just have to have spaces that are flexible,
Right.
that spaces that can adapt over time. And the key to that, as Sadiq said, is infrastructure. You've got to have enough infrastructure so that the changes that take place can actually be accommodated in the buildings.
To what extent, I noticed the idea of community partnerships, engaging the community. A lot of the work that the project we're working on here is built upon is the notion of the engaged campus. And the engaged campus is the idea that the campus itself is the educational tool, community center, but we also merge into the community itself. And so if we've got more and more taking place outside classrooms, then the purpose for the campus starts to become ambiguous. So then we start making the need for the community, this campus to be more of the community, and the word community and community college starts to be taken more literally. We need to make this more of I saw the farmer's market idea, for example. And maybe the idea of having community gardens in our green space and having people have a reason to be coming to our campus, but us also maybe spreading down Webster Street and really truly engaging with the community as opposed to them coming to our campus.
And all those things are actually, quite frankly, quite possible as time goes on, as things develop and change over time. So yeah, I think that's very possible that you become more a community resource than actually a community, than the colleges actually are everywhere. You know, we never know what's going to happen. Like you said, 15 years from now, the whole method of how you transfer knowledge could change dramatically.
Well, it struck me, for example, that the Starbucks that right across the street had recently built and it's still too small for its mission. Where we could actually find a Starbucks.
It has a mission, huh?
Well, no, it does. Education organization has a mission, and Starbucks has actually had some problems with theirs. But the idea is that, you know, if we were to have a mixed use right here on the campus, people are coming out of the campus and working with maybe local shops. Then they're also on our campus. That is mutually beneficial. This is the idea of really engaging. And this is outside of the box.
And actually, no, that actually came up at the town hall meeting, where there was discussions about just that at the town hall about, you know, why can't there be Starbucks and things like that are on the campus that are part and parcel of what the students engage in on a daily basis. So yeah, it's something that has been talked about.
Actually, I have a two-part question. The C&D building that is proposed, is it a two-story building?
3 is proposed right now.
A three-story building. I see that there's a connector between
If you go back a couple
C&D.
pictures.
I don't see any connector between A. Is there going to be a connector between A
No,
and
we don't
C?
propose a connector between
So
them.
that could pose some difficulty if somebody has a disability, they're on the second floor of A, and they have to, right now, get over to either C or D, they just go through the ramp and they can get there.
The
They're on the
walkway.
second floor.
Yeah, yeah.
The catwalk.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's going to be there.
But you know, in reality,
we're going to get a lot faster elevators, right? Because they'll never make it in 10 minutes.
yeah. Oh, well,
Yeah.
they can make it because if you look at those buildings are very close together, number one, and you just come out of the elevator and across, and you know, these campuses are much smaller than other campuses that have similar situation. We go from building to building, so I don't see that really being a problem. It'll be a change from how things are done currently, which is where people who are currently here will shift them off. But as you know, every couple of years you get new students in, and so they'll adjust pretty rapidly to the difference, I think.
Yes, Lee. Does that mean, taking off on what Mike just said, are we losing those 2 walkways that currently connects the A building to the left side of you are?
Yes.
I hate to see that because it'd be nice to have it where you have like a covered walkway where, you know, people in any kind of element like the rain, you know, they stay dry going from A to C
Well,
and A to B.
I said yes, but in this proposal, yes.
not got to
That's
that.
a dream, I understand.
Okay, we have not got to that.
No, I
yet.
understand.
All right.
The design is not done yet. So,
Right, okay, good.
So, you know, when you guys get into committees, you might end up putting the walkway in. We'll see. We
Right,
don't know
okay.
yet.
All right.
Okay. And then the second phase actually is the modernization